Hello, Star Wars fans and collectors. It's me, Jedi Master 98, back again with another Star Wars live stream on the Jedi Master 98 YouTube channel. In tonight's live stream, we are going to go over Episode 5, and this is Star Wars Conversations Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. We'll be going over in detail the strengths and weaknesses of Episode 5, and eventually, when that part of the stream is finished, we'll go over the figures, collectibles, and other parts of my collection and my guest collection as well. The guest that is joining me tonight is been on my Star Wars conversation live streams a couple of times, and is indeed Alonn, also known as Darth Akoko Productions.
Hello.
So Alon's a regular on these Star Wars conversations, and in tonight's stream, it's Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Like I said in the A New Hope live stream, it's kind of between A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back as my favourite prequel Star Wars films. I do like Return of the Jedi, but Empire and A New Hope just got twists and turns that really are great and kind of a little bit hard to choose between because they're such great films. So, let's get this Star Wars Conversations Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, underway. So, obviously, like what I usually do, going to go over the film, and we'll get...
I've actually seen the movie today. First thing I did after waking up, I had breakfast, and I watched the movie immediately.
Nice one. I watched the film a couple of days ago, and I just done the usual notes that I usually do for these streams. And
great.
Empire, I love it. I love Empire. So, starting off, obviously, if you haven't checked the Episode 4 live stream and all my other live streams, check them out. So, obviously, the opening lines of the film: "It's a dark time for the rebellion. Although the Death Star has been destroyed, Imperial troops have driven the rebel forces from their hidden base and pushed them across the galaxy."
I actually read the whole thing in an expositional voice. Like the one in Clone Wars, you know?
Yeah. Where was I? Sorry. Invading the Imperial Starfleet, a group of freedom fighters led by Luke Skywalker has established a new secret base in the remote ice world of Hoth. The evil Lord Vader, obsessed with finding young Skywalker, has dispatched thousands of remote probes into the far reaches of space. Now, obviously, when they mention Luke Skywalker, if you haven't read the Darth Vader comics, there's a comic released by Marvel where they mentioned about Luke and Vader, and Boba Fett was the bounty hunter responsible for tracking down Luke Skywalker, and he revealed to Darth Vader that his surname was Skywalker. And when Darth Vader found out, he mentioned he had a son, and he destroyed part of a. Yo.
I'm here.
I can hear my voice on your end.
What?
I can hear my voice on your end.
Oh yeah, I unplugged my my headphones. Maybe it's because of that.
Okay.
I'll put them back on.
All right. Is that all right?
Hold on. Connecting. Yeah, I'm connected now. It's just they were kind of pressing over my ears, so I wanted to take them off.
Going back to what I said, obviously, Boba Fett tracked down Luke Skywalker, revealed the information to Vader. He realised he had a son, and basically Darth Vader went on one by destroying parts of a Star Destroyer. So yeah, that's about it really. Obviously, the opening scene, we've got the Imperial probes released from the Imperial Star Destroyer. One goes to Hoth. Luke is obviously on patrol, and all of a sudden he spots a Imperial probe droid, and eventually gets attacked by a Wampa, which is this weird creature on the ice planet Hoth. They're massive creatures and quite deadly as well. What about the first scene, Aaron? What do you think of the first scene of Empire?
the first scene was with at Hoth, right?
Yeah, that's the one where the probes
Yeah.
came down and poor old Luke got attacked by a Wampa.
I mean, sure, it was a. I don't really have anything to say about that scene. It's just a generic beginning to a movie.
Okay then, all right, moving on. That's all right. Obviously, we see the established base on Hoth. I don't know, Alan, would you say the rebellion is in a crisis on Hoth? Or would you say they're just trying to evade Darth Vader's problem?
I mean, like, why did they choose such a cold planet, right?
Yeah.
Like, they could have established their base. I don't know. I don't know that many planets, but somewhere else.
Yeah. Trying to think of other planets where they could have established it.
They could have established it at like somewhere on Tatooine where there's nothing.
Yeah, Tatooine.
Or the other side of Coruscant, or even Mandalore.
Mandalore, Kashyyyk.
Yeah, Kashyyyk.
I don't know, Kashyyyk could be one, because obviously if you played the Force Unleashed game, Kashyyyk is invaded by the Empire. So it could be other parts of the galaxy, like in the far reaches of the Outer Rim, like unknown space, really. So obviously the rebellion's in the crisis. Chewie's repairing the Falcon. Han Solo, obviously in debt. He needs to get out of here. Obviously he's in debt with Jabba the Hutt. And there's one scene that I really like as well, where Han and Leia have banter, or have some sort of, you could say, not.
Admit it, you have feelings for me.
Yeah, it means you have feeling. Oh, come on, you don't want to leave because of feeling about me. Yes.
Where did that come from?
Yeah. Afraid.
She just smiled at you when she gave you that medallion. Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, afraid I'm confused about giving a goodbye kiss. I can arrange it, Sawaki. I can arrange that. You could use a good kiss. that was quite funny. So obviously Han and Leia have banter. We see R2 and 3PO. Obviously, once Luke's been attacked, you can obviously see Leia is worried about Luke. And Solo is so desperate to leave that they just don't want to give up hope on Luke. Like, he's out there and they just want to try and find him as quick as possible. Moving on. Obviously, like I mentioned, Han wants to rescue Luke. Obviously, Luke is trapped in the cave with the Wampa. And we finally see Luke use the Force on the lightsaber. And obviously, Alonn has got the Skywalker lightsaber. So we see him use the Force to grab his lightsaber.
Yeah.
So
there it is.
Yeah, I've got my version as well. Quickly get that.
Yeah, funny thing, this is a flashlight that I've had for like 10, I don't know, it can't be, no, not 10 years. I've had this for maybe 7 years. Yeah, I've had this for 7 years now.
Nice one.
Maybe less even. This is the hilt, and it's a flashlight, so there it is. It ignites.
Nice flashlight, and obviously with my one in the dark.
Yeah. And then you turn it off like this. I really like the fact that it's very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not heavy.
Yeah.
It's you don't have it feels good in your hand. I know it sounds wrong when I say it.
Not okay.
But like, it's not like those you see the lightsaber you got.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, for some lightsabers, they make they make the hilts a bit too buff, and you can't really hold it all the way.
Yeah, it's always restricted by, say, a little bit of material.
Yeah, like the hilt is kind of too big, you know.
Yeah.
This one feels more accurate to how it should be held.
Nice one. So obviously this is the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber from Revenge of the Sith, or the Skywalker lightsaber, I like to call. You can obviously move it.
You've done a review on that one.
Yeah, I've done a review, and obviously just press the button.
It was a couple of days ago.
So yeah, if you haven't checked the review out, check it out. So I'll just quickly turn the light back on. But also with my, I can remove obviously the lightsaber, and that can just be like obviously Alon's one. But obviously, if you do press the button, you can like press it.
Yeah, so it can also be used as a flashlight.
Yeah, like what Leonard done in Big Bang Theory, but obviously with Luke Skywalker's second lightsaber.
Yeah. That being said, there's some comments.
Yeah, sorry about interrupting you.
Gio says, hello there. That's one of my favorite Obi-Wan quotes.
Right.
Fluxus says, hey. Hi.
Hello.
Mike Poirer says, hello from Canada. May the force be with you always. Get the map book out. Just did live video, 12 minutes. Watching episode 7 right now. Okay, nice.
Nice. So we got comments. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. We will continue.
Yeah. If you have any questions, feel free.
Yeah, any questions, feel free. So obviously we just mentioned about the Skywalker lightsaber. Obviously Luke using the Force for the first time that we see him. And he uses the Force to grab the lightsaber and chop the right hand or right arm of the Wampa off. We see Luke escape into the snow. We also see R2, 3PO are really worried about Luke. Chewie's upset because obviously Han has gone out to rescue him. He doesn't know if he's going to return. And the one thing I also like about cutscenes after is we see a vision. We see Luke see a vision from Obi-Wan. You must go to the Dagobah system. There you will learn from Yoda, the Jedi Master who taught me. So that was really nice of Sir Alec Guinness to reprise his role again as Obi-Wan Kenobi from A New Hope. So great.
It's funny how the actor himself does not like Star Wars, and like you'd think that after they killed his character, he would stay dead and never appear again.
Yeah,
but they're actually making it even worse for the actor. So I bet he's like, I might as well stay alive.
Yeah, alive
because I keep appearing, and I don't want to be here. So my character might as well stay alive, right?
Yeah. Who cares if I'm the first Jedi Force Ghost? Who cares if I can speak to other Jedi from the grave and Jedi who are living?
I mean, please decide: am I alive or dead? You don't care about my life, do you?
You just sound like PewDiePie there. And what did you mention in the episode 4 stream? Mr. Lucas, Mr. George Lucas. Come on, Alan. Yeah. You know the words. Go on, say them.
You have some explaining to do, George Lucas.
That's what we want to hear. Love that. You sound like
George Lucas. Yeah, thank you. But George Lucas did not direct Empire Strikes Back, as I remember.
No, he didn't. It was oh God.
Eric Kirshner. Yeah, no, Irvin Kirshner.
Yeah,
Irvin Kirshner.
Irvin Kirshner. Yeah. Obviously, George Lucas' story, but obviously he.
Yeah.
Does George Lucas have explaining, Alan? Does he have explaining to do?
He does, because it's still his story.
Yeah. Oh, we'll probably hear that line again throughout this stream, or who knows? We'll have to wait.
No, but you know what? He doesn't have too much explaining to do in this episode, because this episode, unlike episode 4, it felt more like there is an actual conflict, that there's an actual threat out there.
Yeah.
The Empire actually had their hands on the rebels. They felt like they were winning.
Yeah.
In this movie, and I like that, because it feels like they're really a threat.
Yeah, it feels good. Like, despite the heroes winning, you just want the Empire.
It's not like in A New Hope, when you know that the good guys will win.
Yeah, with Empire, you can say, right, the Empire are going to win. Vader's going to reveal a big secret or reveal something dramatic.
And they did win this episode. They did win.
And he did. And obviously, going back to Big Bang, as I mentioned earlier on about Leonard using his lightsaber, James L. Jones read the original scripts for The Empire Strikes Back, and he was quite shocked and thought he was lying. That obviously Darth Vader announced that he was Luke's father. So
yeah. I don't think the actors knew about that
until the scene was shot.
Until the scene was shot, exactly.
So yeah, nice one there. But yeah, like I said, with this one, you can see how big of a threat they are. Like the comics and other stuff that released, but with Empire, you can see what a massive threat the Empire are. Like, they will go to dramatic lengths to try and find Luke Skywalker and bring him and his friends to justice. So yeah, powerful stuff from the Empire. Moving on. Where was I? Obviously, we see Han Solo rescue poor Luke, who was stuck in the cold. He cuts the Wampa, or his Wampa, who has died. He cuts his stomach open. And there's a fun fact. I believe that Han Solo is the non-Jedi or non-human, or the only human to use a lightsaber in an actual Star Wars film. Obviously, back then it was. Obviously, we see Finn use the Skywalker lightsaber in The Force Awakens, but back then Han Solo was like the first character who obviously wasn't the Jedi use a lightsaber. We only got it for a short time, but obviously times has changed. Obviously, The Force Awakens has been released. We've seen Finn use it. We've seen obviously Rey using it a bit. Obviously, we'll see her use it in Last Jedi, probably episode 9. Who knows?
Spoilers! Just kidding.
What's that?
Spoilers! Just kidding.
Just kidding. So yeah, he cuts it open, keeps him warm, and yeah, that's about it really. That's about it. And obviously moving on to the next scene, Rogue 2, one of the fighters of the Rebel Alliance, he finds Luke and Han Solo in the snow.
Wasn't that Wedge?
It wasn't Wedge
because
the actor wasn't Wedge. It wasn't Dennis Lawson.
Wedge, but Wedge did appear there, and is he fat?
No. Obviously, we do see,
because I know we see Wedge in Rebels. I've seen Wedge in Rebels. He was skinny as fuck.
Yeah.
But then in the movies, they say the name Wedge and they transition to him, and he looks fat. So
no, I don't think it was Wedge. We do see Wedge where they're fighting the AT-ATs on Hoth. We do see him and Jensen are the ones responsible for taking out the first AT-AT with the harpoon cables.
Yeah. Now the press is gonna be all Darth Akoko. He thinks fat people is not good for the continuity.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Obviously, we do see Wedge in A New Hope for a bit. We see him in obviously Empire, and obviously the actor who plays Wedge, Dennis Lawson, in the original trilogy. Guess who his nephew is, Adam?
Obi-Wan Kenobi from the prequels.
Exactly. Alan knows his stuff. His nephew is Ewan McGregor, so that is Ewan McGregor's uncle. So there's a fun Star Wars fact there.
Indeed.
Yeah. So you mentioned about Wedge in Rebels. He was part of the Empire, but decided to join the cause.
Yeah, exactly like Sabine, exactly like Han Solo himself. Yeah.
Nice one. So, as I mentioned, Rogue 2 finds Luke and Han. We see Luke in the Bacta tank, which is very interesting for us as viewers, because it's the first time we're seeing a proper healing process for a young person who's been injured or severely injured, if you want to say, by a Wampa. So that was really cool. We've got some funny lines from Han Solo. Well, you worshippers, you managed to keep me here a while longer. Are you half-witted, scruffy looking,
Nerf-herder?
Who's scruffy looking? Laugh it up, fuzzball. And yes, we've got some very funny lines.
I think those are those two are the two of the most quoted lines in the from the movie.
Yeah.
Or the saga itself.
So, laugh it up, fuzzball. She expressed her true feelings to me. Why you half-witted, scruffy looking, nerf-herder. And I just love how reactions like that. Who's scruffy looking?
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna write down a list of top 10, or even I'm gonna look for a list of top 10 because I'm too lazy.
Top 10 Star Wars quotes, yeah.
Top 10 Empire Strikes Back quotes.
Yeah. Moving on, we see Han and Chewie hunt down an Imperial probe. We see Chewie in the snow, all covered in snow, and Han's obviously in his hood. And then after that, we see the first appearance of the Empire. The Imperial March theme was absolutely fantastic on loudspeakers. We see Darth Vader sends the fleet to the Hoth system, and then we see obviously the base. That's it. The rebels are there. So we obviously see.
I found the list.
We found the list. Let us know what the list is, young son.
Okay, so no, try not. Do or do not.
There is no try.
There is no try.
Yes, master.
Then there's, I love you. I know.
And that wasn't in the script.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Oh.
It was. I think it was improvised, or even maybe just Harrison Ford told the director, look.
Yeah, I watched an interview and Harrison Ford said, "I think it'd be best to say it." He said, "If you want to say it, say it." And obviously, did.
And then there's the scruffy nerf-herder. Then the next one. I don't believe it. That is why you fail.
Yeah.
Oh, never tell me the odds.
Yeah, 3PO discussing about the odds on how to avoid an asteroid.
Size matters not. Look at me. Judge me by my size, do you? No,
master.
And well, you should not. For my ally is the Force, and a powerful ally it is. Life creates it, makes it grow. Its energy surrounds us and binds us. Luminous beings we are, not this crude matter. You must feel the Force around you. Here, between you, me, the tree, the rock, everywhere, yes. Even between the land and the ship. Then, apology accepted, Captain Nida.
Yeah, Vader strangling Captain Nida.
Told you I did. Reckless he is. Reckless he is. Reckless is he. Now, matters are worse. Sorry. That boy is our last hope. No, there is another. I need to drink because freaking imitating Yoda is
Any others?
Yes, there are, of course. Then I'll see you in hell.
Your tom-tom will freeze before it reaches the third marker, and I'll see you in hell.
Yeah. Uh, uh, oh yeah, the hey, your worship, I'm only trying to help. Would you please stop calling me that? Surely, you make it so difficult sometimes. I do. I really do. You could be a little nicer, though. Come on, admit it. Sometimes you think I'm all right. Occasionally, maybe. When you aren't acting like a scoundrel. 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 I like the sound of that. Stop that. Stop what? Stop that. My hands are dirty.
My hands are dirty.
My hands are dirty too. What are you afraid of? Afraid? You're trembling. I'm not trembling. You like me because I'm a scoundrel. There aren't enough scoundrels in your life. I happen to like nice men. I'm a nice man. No, you're not. You're. And then they kiss.
We're not doing that. Fuck no.
Yeah, no, fuck no.
Fuck no.
Um. Uh. Laugh it up, fuzzball, of course.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
They'd be crazy to follow us, wouldn't they? I don't know if you'll. Well, okay, that's less less known. I need to find the coat.
And what is that one? Any more?
Yeah, they are.
Any more? Okay.
I'll find it. I know I'm taking too long. Oh yeah.
It's got to be the "I am your father." That's got to be the most quoted.
Yeah, but there is also "You have failed me for the last time, Admiral." Or General. Yeah, it was Admiral, I think.
Yeah, it was Admiral Ozzel. That's it.
Yeah. Had no choice, blah, 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 blah. Where is that coat, damn it?
What one are you looking for?
There's also bounty hunters. We don't eat their scum.
You've got Bosk making a weird noise.
Yeah.
You can use whatever precaution. No disintegrations.
Yeah. Where is it? Damn it.
Put Captain Salvo in the cargo hold.
All too easy from Darth Vader.
All too easy. Impressive. Most impressive.
Okay, no, the list is way too long. But the point is, I am your father.
No! No! Search your feelings, you know it to be true. Anyway, should we move on or should we continue?
Ah, there it is.
Ah, he's found it. He's found it.
It's a spoilers section. There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you. Luke, you do not yet realize your importance. You have only begun to discover your power. Join me, and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy. I'll never join you. If you only knew the power of the dark side, Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. He told me enough. He told me you killed him. No, I am your father.
No.
No, that's not true. That's impossible. Search your feelings, you'll know it to be true. No. There it is.
I like it when Vader says, I like it when Vader says, come with me. And he's just like, Bye.
Oh my God, this. Sorry for taking too long with that list.
Don't care. Don't care. I just like I said, I just love Luke's reaction. He says, "Vader, come with me." Just like, yeah, see you later, Vader. Bye bye.
Yeah, but if you guys have some more quotes from Empire Strikes Back that we haven't listed, be sure to let us know in the chat.
Speaking of chat, should we check that before we move along?
Might as well.
Yeah.
Mike Poyer says, "Are you watching it right now?" No, we're not watching Empire right now. We watched it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
He also says, "Could they have made it differently?" That's an interesting question. I don't see how they could have made it differently.
Yeah.
The movie is really perfect. The Empire was the Rebel Alliance was outmaneuvered this time. They were also they were not making. It didn't look like they were winning this movie.
Progress.
Yeah. What do you think? Could they have made Empire Strikes Back differently?
To be honest, I think it's fine the way it is. I don't think they needed to change it in any way. I just think they managed to get it spot on. The Rebel Alliance was in a bad situation in a minute, despite destroying the Death Star. And basically, they were just on the run trying to look for a new way to strike back at the Empire. That's what I think, really.
Okay. Porkins was fat.
Yeah, we know that. That fat bastard got killed in The New Hope.
Yeah. Found him in the junk pile.
Found him in a junk pile?
Yeah. And bye. Okay.
Okay, alright, let's move on.
That's it for the chat so far.
Mr. Stormtrooper says, move along. Move along. Where were we? Obviously, we just discussed about, obviously, Darth Vader telling his troops and his ships to move to the Hoth system.
How can he know that they're there?
Yeah, that's
they're like scanning through the map. Okay, so there's Tatooine, there's Yavin, there's they're in Hoth. They're in Hoth.
Yeah, remember they had probes as well, so it could have quickly tracked the location of it already.
Yeah, but they sent like thousands of probes.
Yeah, we've sent thousands of probes. So obviously he sends his fleet to the Hoth system.
Search your feelings, Admiral. You'll know it to be true.
Feelings, Admiral. You'll know it to be true.
You might as well say that, you know.
Yeah, the Falcon needs to be repaired. We see Chewie hug Luke. The Empire comes out of hyperspace too quickly.
Somehow the Falcon always has to be repaired.
Yeah, especially
like almost in every movie.
Yeah, especially in that one. That was poor. I mean, I knew the Falcon was fine. Obviously, just needed to get rid of the tractor beam. The hyperdrive was gone. And stuff hardly works. Return of the Jedi, obviously the disc, the aerial came off. The Falcon in Force Awakens, it had parts, but she was still flying good. So we see Vader strangle Admiral Ozil, whatever his name is. And what I really liked, his little seating chamber. I don't know what it's called. Is it Vader's seating area? I can't remember the exact name or the exact thing Vader was sitting in. Do you know what it was? It was like a communication thing. I'd have to search it up online.
It was his own bubble.
Yeah. Vader's bubble, let's just say that.
Vader is in the bubble.
So we see him strangle.
What does that mean?
Yeah, we see him strangle Admiral Ozil. Captain Peter.
Yeah, that was great.
He's in charge, yeah. I like Family Guy, Stewie, yeah. You couldn't see me strangled through the TV, could you? Right, you got, my lord, big fat phony, yeah. Strangled through the TV, can't I? That's in the Family Guy style, so that's hilarious. So obviously Leia talks to the fighters about the shield generator, ion cannon fires, first transported away. Luke teams up with Dak Router, obviously in the snow speeder fighter. The rebels prepare for ground assault. Walkers, fighters, rebels finding it hard to fight against this massive AT-ATs. So we get a good glimpse of action and what the Imperial weapons are like. Imperial walkers. We see Wedge and Jensen obviously attack one of the AT-ATs and eventually destroy it. Obviously, Dak gets killed. Obviously, the fighter manages to blow up the AT-AT. Obviously, Luke gets shot down. Han, Chewie, Leia, and 3PO escape. The rebels are in retreat. Luke uses extension cable, throws a grenade, obviously using his lightsaber to put it in the bottom half of the AT-AT and destroy it. The Empire blow up the shield generator. Vader enters the base with snowtroopers. Snowtroopers get shot, and the Falcon eventually escapes, and then eventually Luke and R2 escape to the planet Dagobah. So, like what Alan said earlier on, the rebels are in a big state. They're retreating from their bases. If you haven't seen any like Star Wars Explained videos, you'll see what happened to Hoth after the events of that battle. We see a couple of rebel soldiers captured. Some of them froze to death. Vader killed a couple. Stormtroopers killed a couple. So it's quite intense for the rebels in the process, really. So, like I said, they did have it hard. Moving on, obviously the Falcon is chased by TIE fighters and Star Destroyers. The light speed doesn't work. Obviously, they run into an asteroid field. And obviously, 3PO's rambling about the odds and everything. And obviously, we quoted earlier on, never tell me about the odds. There's a good flying from Solo. And obviously, they hide into a cave, if you want to call it. But as you see through the movie, that's no cave. Anything to add on them scenes, Alan? The battle for Hoth and escaping into space. Anything to add?
I mean, that's the first time we see snowtroopers.
Yeah.
And the AT-ATs were impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, how did they come up with that with that kind of vehicle? You know,
yeah,
like it's not. It doesn't look that practical.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is practical if you want to crush your enemies.
Yeah.
Literally crush them, but like it looks like it can very easily be defeated.
Yeah. Obviously, I've got the Endor AT-AT under my bed from Return of the Jedi.
I wish I had an 1880.
Yeah, but if you compare it to the Rebels AT-ATs, they are shit. Most of the Empire's vehicles and Rebels are absolutely shit. Because you think they're such a strong force, but they're absolutely shit. So that said, I've got an Endor AT-AT on my bed, so be sure to check out that review on the Return of the Jedi playlist. But for now, we are the Empire Strikes Back. We are going to move on. We see Luke arrive on Dagobah. Foggy sky, and Luke crashes his X-Wing into the swamp. We see poor R2-D2 fall into the swamp. You see a funny scene. You see his little antennae come out, and he's like, R2, land is that way. And R2's just with his little antennae going, all right, Luke, I'll go that way. And then we see him, he's being funny as usual, and he gets thrown out of the water by some creature. We hear his iconic scream. So poor old R2's out of the swamp. Where was I? Luke is starting to think that it's a bad idea. Then we go back to Darth Vader sitting in his chamber, or his bubble, as Alan called it, his bubble. And we see him from the back. And this was quite interesting for the first time fans seeing it.
We get a hint of what he really is.
What Vader is. Like, he sees obviously his bald head, which is obviously scarred by the events of Revenge of the Sith, where we see the most iconic Star Wars duel, by far the best Star Wars duel between Obi-Wan and Anakin Skywalker. But like Alan said, we get a glimpse of the back of his head. It's not looking pretty, and it obviously puts the mask back on and turns it round. Han, I don't know, you could say Han is angry at 3PO in a way, but basically he's just fed up with him.
Yeah, like it looks like the movie is basically like everyone in the movie is basically tired of C-3PO. Like everybody says, "Shut up, C-3PO."
Yeah, shut up. I don't know. New Hope, he was all right. Return of the Jedi, you can still see he's frustrating, but 3PO and Empire Strikes Back. I mean, I love 3PO. He's harmless, but he's kind of like that kid in the classroom who won't shut up. Like, shut the fuck up. And just shut up. And there's one quote that Solo made, which I was laughing a lot yesterday. Sorry, a couple of days ago. He says, Han is angry at 3PO. I don't mean to bother you, sir, but the asteroid is not stable. Says, not stable. You don't think, Chewie, take the Professor in Black and knock him into the hyperdrive. Like, he's so, you don't say. Take the Professor back in the back and knock him to the hyperdrive. Like, he's so fucked off from 3PO, which I love. And obviously we get a closer encounter of Han and Leia. So yeah, that's that part. I'm going to quickly check the comments to see what's happening. Anything happening, Alan? In the old comment?
Nope. No, nothing.
Nothing? All right.
Yeah. By the way, since today was Black Friday, did you get anything?
I have not got anything yet. I don't know whether to do any shopping tomorrow or over the weekend to see what's about. But today,
do they have Black Friday in the UK?
Yeah, they have Black Friday in the UK. They had Black Friday's massive up in Oxford.
Is it as messy as in the US, or?
It's quite busy, especially in Oxford Street. Obviously, Oxford Street was busy today, but there was nothing bad happened. But there was this so-called you could call it a terror threat, but there was apparently someone heard gunshots, but the police confirmed that there was no shots fired. So I don't know if it was a hoax, but there was kind of a little bit of panic at Oxford Street today for Black Friday, but no one's hurt, thank goodness. No shots were fired. So
what a bunch of crazy people.
There's a little bit of panic. So Black Friday is big over in the UK. I mean, some of the videos you see online, like if you just type in Black Friday UK stores, and you can just see how bad it is, like people rushing for different stuff, TVs, food, devices, toys, anything. It's just, some of them are mad. You see people fighting over TVs, which is hilarious. Like, see, especially fat people, like, give me the TV, no, I ain't got the TV. Like, just so fat and weird and basically stupid, really. What about in Geneva, Alan? Is it popular there, or is it?
No, it's not that popular. I mean, it's not that popular. There were some discounts in a few stores, nothing too much. There weren't any good discounts in my local toy store. I didn't even check my local comic book store, but it's not like I was going to buy anything really. I'm trying to save money, not spend it.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough.
Yeah, trying is a big word, since I think it was last month I got a Lego set and a couple of 3 pops, and no, I think it was this month actually. I got those 3 pops and another action figure, and yeah.
The only things that
was not my money.
The only things I received today was a couple of figures in the mail, and I bought some figures yesterday, really. So that's really? Really, yeah. They were the only ones I got ready, and obviously expect reviews very soon.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'll show you all the. But obviously, just at the side of you, you can see the figures in a way. They are there. Well, not the figures, but the packaging. You can see them briefly there. Obviously, moving on, we see Luke give R2-D2 power. And he's obviously discussing about something familiar about his place. And he turns round and goes, "Feel like what?" And we see the first appearance of Yoda. We see Yoda.
Like we're being watched.
Like we're being watched. We see the first appearance of Master Yoda. The voice of Frank Oz. We've also done the Muppets as well, but massive with Yoda.
Now, I want to talk about this.
Yeah, go for it.
How come R2 did not recognize Yoda? And how come Yoda didn't recognize R2?
It's another thing. Obviously,
you have some explaining to do, George Lucas.
See, I knew we'd hear that again. We hear that line again. He needs to explain. Well, think of it. Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones.
You just think of Let It Slide, because the last episodes of Clone Wars literally were Yoda and R2-D2 going on an adventure together. So what the fuck?
Yeah.
You have some explaining to do, George Lucas.
Yes. I knew we'd hear that line again. Where was I? That's what I mentioned. First appearance of Yoda, Frank Oz blazing. Yoda's wise words. Something that made me laugh. We see Yoda looking through his stuff, picks up his sausage and starts saying, "Hey, that's my dinner." He's just so casual. Oh. He picks up a flashlight, and obviously Yoda and R2 are trying to get the flashlight back.
That was hilarious.
He just, mine, and he just whacks him with the walking stick.
Yeah, like he hits him. It was so funny.
He's like, "R2, mine." What else? He says, obviously, he's looking for a Jedi Master. He's like, "Oh, Jedi Master, Yoda. You seek Yoda. You know him? Take it to him. I will." That weird but ridiculous laugh on my end. So, yeah, it is what it is. R2-D2 is responsible for watching the camp. Obviously, the Falcon needs repairs. And we obviously, Alan quoted the line earlier on, Han and Leia kiss. 3PO interrupts. Obviously, he's fitted part of the ship that is damaged. Another thing, we see and we hear the first appearance of the Emperor. Obviously, the Emperor wishes Vader to make contact, and obviously talks about Luke.
Yeah, apparently, I saw a video. I don't know if it's true, but they say that like in the original version they used a monkey or something.
Yeah, it was that weird looking image, wasn't it, for the original one?
Weird.
Yeah, that's some very weird thing they used for that. Obviously, he mentions about the offspring of Anakin Skywalker. The Emperor either wants Vader for him to die,
and so that's why he is so obsessed with finding him.
Yeah. From
the beginning, but we don't know that he knows that his name is Skywalker.
Yeah, like I said, the only time we use Skywalker, obviously, is in Empire Strikes Back, and like I mentioned earlier on the start stream, the comic, Boba Fett hunts down and finds Luke Skywalker and tells Vader that his surname is Skywalker. He has a pause, realises he has a son, and obviously he does go on a mad run, so he knows from then on he has a son. And I think in that comic as well, we see the first small duel between Luke and Vader. It's not that great because obviously Leia, Luke, Chewie, and Han Solo during an enemy AT-AT. We see him shoot at Vader, and eventually, obviously, they escape. He eventually crushes it, and stuff happens, and we see Luke and Vader fight for a brief while and everything. And he recognises the lightsaber straight away that Luke has. So That's all in the comics. If you want to check that out, be sure to check that out online.
What comics is that?
It's the I think it's the Vader comics, the Vader comic.
Oh yeah, I need to read those.
I've read some of them; they are excellent. My local comic book shop that's near me, it's fantastic, and my friend's got some as well, which I've read, and they're fantastic. Also, back to Yoda, we see little R2-D2 looking in Yoda's home. Yoda mentions about patience. Obviously, Jedi needs patience. Yoda obviously knew Luke's father, Anakin Skywalker, powerful Jedi. The boy lacks patience, like his father. For 800 years, he has trained Jedis. Deepest commitment, too old to complete the training. So we're just getting a glimpse of Yoda and what he's all about, really, like what he has done throughout his life. For 800 years, he has trained Jedi. The Jedi must have the deepest commitment, patience, concentration, commitment. So that's good to hear. Star Destroyers and TIE Fighters destroy asteroids. And we see this very strange animal on the Falcon. I believe it's called a miner, which is some weird, squeaky creature that we see in The Empire Strikes Back. We mentioned there's a bad feeling, and obviously they escape through this weird monster's mouth, which was quite fun in a way, because obviously Leia was going mad, Chewie was going mad, and 3PO was going mad, and we just see Han Solo being casual, and obviously they eventually escape. Anything to add on them scenes, Alan, about obviously the Falcon escaping from that weird monster's mouth, and obviously Yoda.
I mean, it was it felt like the director was like he shot it already shot the important scenes, like all the movies. I mean, all the scenes, and he said, "Wait, but that wouldn't make for 2 hours. How do we fill that hole? Oh, let's just make a twist that Han and the others go into an asteroid. They're going inside a cave, but that cave turns out to be a giant monster. It feels like that, basically. Like it was a filler scene. It wasn't that important to the story, really.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. Anything else to add on Yoda and obviously his commitment to the Jedi?
Yoda was pretty funny, and it's not a thing you'd say about Yoda that often, you know.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree.
I think it was way better when he was a puppet back then.
Yeah, obviously in episode 2, episode 3. Was it even episode 1 CGI? They were all CGI.
At first they made him a puppet, but then they changed in the DVD. They made him CGI.
Would you say that's good in a way?
I mean, it's different times, you know. So like, it wouldn't change the fact that, I mean, his personality definitely changed between those two trilogies.
Yeah, obviously after the events of all,
and apparently his appearance too.
Yeah, obviously after the events of Order 66, obviously he became even more wiser. But during the Clone Wars, he, like obviously as they mentioned in season 6 of the Lost Missions, there is a deep disturbance in Yoda. We must keep an eye on our old friend. So you could tell how much the war was affecting most Jedi, especially Yoda. Like, obviously, a good sense.
Yeah, it's like he's gone crazy.
Yeah, it just shows you how bad the war affected most characters in the Star Wars trilogy. Any more comments, or is there nothing, mate?
Nothing. There's nobody watching. I just tweeted on my my Twitter page, so maybe we will get views.
Okay. On my end, it says.
But nobody's watching anymore, unfortunately.
That's unfortunate. They should be back soon,
Yeah,
today.
maybe.
Maybe. Maybe. Okay, all right, let's carry on. Obviously, again, Luke starts his Jedi training by doing exercise. Jedi needs his strength. The dark side of the Force is dangerous. Knowledge and defense of Jedi power needs. Obviously, a Jedi doesn't use revenge. Luke senses a disturbance in the Force. Darth was obviously the dark side. Luke goes into the cave, discovers obviously it's Vader, chops his head off, mask explodes, and he sees his own face in the mask. And after all that happened, we see the first appearance of bounty hunters. So we see Dengar, IG-88, Zaxxas, Forloon, Boss, and Boba Fett.
Well, to be accurate, it wasn't their first appearance because we saw bounty hunters in A New Hope. We saw Boba Fett in A New Hope.
Yeah. I stand.
And obviously Greedo was a bounty hunter.
This was the first appearance of the other ones, but not for Boba Fett. So
Yeah.
let's say that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
There will be a massive award for whoever finds a Millennium Falcon. No disintegrations, and obviously with the remastered.
Use whatever method necessary. Yeah.
Obviously, with the remastered versions, we hear Tamar Morrison, who obviously voiced Jango Fett, him voice Boba Fett in The Empire Strikes Back. Obviously, the Falcon is being attacked and escapes. Yoda's teaching Luke to use the Force with rocks. X-Wing sinks into the swamp. Not concentration. Different in your mind. Do not do or do not. There is no try. Luke uses the Force to obviously get the X-Wing out. It does move, but obviously he fails in a way. The Force is powerful. It is your ally. The Force is everywhere. It binds everything together. Yoda uses the Force and gets Luke's X-Wing out of the swamp. And obviously it mentions that is why you failed. Obviously, as the Falcon escaped, Vader kills Captain Needa. Apology accepted, Captain Needa. Obviously, the Falcon is on the side of the Imperial Starfighter. And then we mention Han Solo mentions about the Bespin system, Lando Calrissian, a mining colony. And obviously, they float with the rubbish and the garbage. And then we see Slave One, Boba Fett, track the Millennium Falcon, and obviously it eventually goes to Bespin to find Lando Calrissian. Obviously, we see Luke lifting objects again. He sees the future. You must learn to control. It's obviously Jedi vision. Emotion is in the Force. Luke is worried. The Falcon obviously arrives at Bespin, and we see the first appearance of Lando Calrissian, portrayed by the actor Billy D. Williams. And obviously, he knows Chewie and Han. And then straight away, we see him taking interest in Leia. Another thing we learned about that back then is obviously Lando Calrissian was the original owner of the Millennium Falcon, but he lost that in a game to Salak by Han Solo, which is like a gambling game, really, or sabak. That's the proper term. Sabak. It's basically like a gambling game where he lost the Falcon fair and square. And he takes an interest in Leia, and eventually they are responsible for repairing the hyperdrive for Han Solo, Millennium Falcon. Anything to add on there, Alan? Anything what I've discussed?
Nope, not really.
No, basically just what I've discussed, really. Just what
City in the Clouds.
Yeah, City in the Clouds, Bespin.
AKA Heaven, or is it?
It could be heaven in a way. Could be.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We'll move on.
Bespin was is a very beautiful location if you think about it.
It is. It is a very nice location. Obviously, it's a mining colony, so there's obviously going to be lots.
It doesn't look like it.
It doesn't look like it, no. It doesn't look like it.
And also, I just had this thought, like, what happened to Yoda's lightsaber after the events of Revenge of the Sith? Because, you know, he'd lost it after his battle with Palpatine.
Yeah.
So what happened to it?
Yeah, I'm not too sure if any Star Wars YouTubers did do a Star Wars Explains video on how Yoda lost his lightsaber. But I'll have to check that out.
I'll see if there's any videos for that.
Yeah, see if there's any videos.
I know it has nothing to do with Empire Strikes Back, but it's just a thought that came to mind.
Yeah, go for it, mate. There's another thing. I've announced that Lando Calrissian is not going to be appearing in The Last Jedi. We didn't see him in The Force Awakens, and we're not going to see him in Last Jedi. So it's a shame, in a way, because I did like Lando Calrissian as a character in Empire. And
okay, so yeah, there are videos for that.
There are the videos, okay.
Yeah, apparently Palpatine destroyed Yoda's lightsaber in Revenge of the Sith. I don't know.
Because we see him electrocute and it goes down to the area of the Senate building where Yoda does escape. Obviously,
the thumbnail of the video shows a clone trooper emptying a trash full of lightsaber hilts.
Oh wow!
And you know, the Chancellor's blue guy holding Yoda's lightsaber, and Palpatine with an angry face.
Fair enough. I'll be sure to check out that video.
Yeah, it's a video from Star Wars Theory, and it's 4 minutes and 55 seconds long.
Cool. I'll be sure to check that out. We're going to move on because there's still no comments. We do have a viewer watching, but
it's me.
It's you. Okay, fair enough. Stay. Usually streams are usually packed with questions, but tonight, not so long, but
maybe Thanksgiving.
Maybe Thanksgiving weekend for many of our friends in the States.
Yeah.
But we'll carry on. We're not far. Moving on. Obviously, we see C-3PO wander off and he gets destroyed. Obviously, going back to a comic book as well. In one of the comics, Vader discovers C-3PO's mask and he has an instant flashback where obviously him, as Anakin Skywalker, we see him build C-3PO for the first time. So instantly, Vader picks the mask up of 3PO and he has a flashback.
How does Darth Vader not remember C-3PO? You have some explaining to do, George Lucas.
I don't know. Did he see him in A New Hope?
No, but they were in the same room in Empire Strikes Back when they froze Han Solo in carbonite.
Yeah, I mean, he was on his back, wasn't he?
And even though he was on Chewbacca's back, but still, like,
you got some explaining.
You hear him.
Yeah, you got some explaining to do, Mr. Lucas.
You have some explaining to do, George Lucas.
We also see Obi-Wan and Yoda give Luke advice. Only a fully trained Jedi Knight with the Force on his side can destroy the Sith. Mind what you have learned. I'll see that boy was our last hope. No.
Unlearn what you have learned.
There is another. When he mentions that boy was our last hope and they mention it, there is another. Who do you think he's referring to? Is he referring to Leia? Or is he referring to the future Jedi Order? Or could he even be referring to Skywalker?
I'll tell you the truth. The very first time I saw this movie, I didn't even pay attention to this.
You didn't even pay attention?
No. But I mean, then after rewatching all of the movies, of course, I knew he was talking about either Leia or someone else that we don't know about.
Yeah. Because obviously, when we see poor Luke hanging on to part of a large wire and Bespin, we see obviously Leia has some force abilities, like she can hear Luke and sense Luke in her mind. So, in a way, obviously, if you watch Star Wars fan theories and videos and comics, Leia did eventually use a lightsaber. She managed to become a Jedi in some way, even though
Did she?
yeah, even though we don't.
Is it canon? Is it canon?
I think
Is it canon?
I think it might be canon. Yeah, I think we do see Leia use lightsaber, but there's been so many theories. Like say, if Luke done something, Leia could have joined the dark side, or done this, or done that. There's so many different theories people have made. So interesting stuff. Obviously, Luke leaves Dagobah. Leia and Han don't really trust Lando. Chewie finds C-3PO broken up. He's a smooth charmer, Lando encourages him, and he wants to avoid the Empire as much as possible. But when he mentions that, we see Lando lead him into a trap. Han Solo fires his gun at Vader, and Vader uses the Force to take the gun out of Han Solo's hand.
We would be honored if you join us.
Honored if you would join us. The iconic voice of James Earl Jones. And Boba Fett just come near. Hi, I'm here. I'm Boba Fett. Yeah, Vader's the cool guy. I'm just here.
I'll tell you what. James Earl Jones' Darth Vader voice was the best part of the movie for me.
Oh, brilliant! It
gave me the chills to hear Vader every time.
It gives me the chills now, like Rogue One when you see him. He's a little bit older, but when you hear his voice in Rogue One, it's just so creepy.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know him from This Is CNN, and he's also Mufasa from The Lion King, which is even better.
Yeah.
My son, Simba. Fantastic. Love James Earl Jones. And like I mentioned earlier on, we've seen him in Big Bang Theory as well, which is hilarious. With Sheldon. And then knock on the door.
Yes. You like Star Wars. I like Star Wars too.
You know, I've been in other movies, but you don't care, do you? I like Star Wars too. Care to join me? My friend Leonard said I would bother you. Well, your friend Leonard sounds like a real weenie. He is, Will Jones. He is. And he mentions he read the script of Empire and didn't believe it's going to be his father. Whose house is this? Carrie Fisher. And she's a bit cranky. It's not funny anymore, James. Then why am I laughing? And with that, that was the first time Carrie Fisher and James Earl Jones met for the first time. Because obviously back then, James Earl Jones was in the studio recording the voice of Darth Vader, obviously using scuba gear and everything. Obviously, Carrie Fisher was on the set of A New Hope, Empire, and Jedi. So when that Big Bang Theory came out, or the episode came out back in, I think it was 2011 or 12 when it came back out. When it came out, they met for the first time, so it's lovely. So, as Anna mentioned, James Earl Jones, fantastic voice, and I love the guy to pieces. Good old Darth Vader. Where was I? We see Han Solo get tortured, which was very, what's the word? It's something different in Star Wars.
Very cruel.
Very cruel in a way, because obviously, if you watch the Star Wars theory, get me words out, the theory videos, you'll see how Han Solo got tortured. It was quite gruesome in a way. Boba Fett, obviously, he's going to take Han to Jabba the Hutt. You may take Captain Solo to Jabba the Hutt after our Skywalker. He will not be permanently damaged.
Perhaps you feel like you're being what's the word?
Yeah, that was never the arrangement.
Treated.
Bounty hunter. I am changing. What like Ronnie says, I am changing the deal.
I'm altering the deal. Yeah. Hope that I don't alter it again.
Yeah.
There was a Robot Chicken sketch about that.
Yeah. take the princess and the Wookiee to my ship. You said they can remain here. I am ordering the deal. Like, it's really cool.
And wear this dress and play with this ball. And I've altered the deal. Hope I don't alter it again.
Yeah, great content there. Well done. And we see Han punch Lando in the face and also get sacked by security men. We see carbon freezing. Han Solo is going to be frozen. Cryogenics freezing. Chewie goes on a mad run and starts attacking stormtroopers and throwing them. Boba Fett instantly points his gun, but obviously Vader pushes it down, so everything, and obviously he's put in binders. He says, "The princess, you must take care of her. You hear me? Save your strength." And obviously, as Alan mentioned earlier on, we see Leia and Han kiss. I love you. I know.
I know.
Da, 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 da. We see old Chewie.
Yeah, and then we get to another part that is not continuity friendly. Let's call it that. We see a stormtrooper handcuff Han, but then when he gets frozen in carbonite, we see his hands are completely free.
Yes.
You have some explaining to do, George
Lucas. I did not notice that until you pointed that out. I was watching it the other day. I was thinking, no, he's in handcuffs. But well spotted, Eddie. Come on, we need to say it again. George Lucas, you got some explaining to me.
Yeah.
Well spotted.
But I mean, there is a slight chance that he managed to break out of those handcuffs. I mean, he is on Solo, and he probably used those handcuffs a lot of time during his time in the Empire and whatnot. And as we've seen in A New Hope, those handcuffs didn't really fit Chewie's hands, so maybe they used the same handcuffs.
Yeah. Maybe they loosened them, or maybe done what Padme done in Attack of the Clones. Maybe just quickly get part of the screws out, and or maybe he was given.
But it's in terms of continuity, it's an error. It's a sin.
Yeah,
and I will not let it slide.
Yeah, that was great awareness there, and I really appreciate that. Obviously, as Anna mentioned, we see Han Solo get frozen in carbonite. We hear the Imperial March. Well, Calrissian, is he alive? Yes, he's alive. And obviously we see the deal alterate. Luke makes his way into the city, and obviously when we see the Imperial soldiers escorting Leia and Chewie, one of the Imperial...
And Leia says, "It's a trap."
It's a trap, Luke, it's a trap. One of the Imperial...
And you know, it's funny because she said that, or said it, and yet again, people quote, when they think of that phrase, they think immediately about Admiral Akbar and not Leia. But she even said it better if you think about it.
Yeah, Luke is a trap, but she's being great.
Or even just as, or she said it just as good, but people tend to forget that.
Yeah. You got some explaining to do, George Lucas.
No, you have some explaining to do to Star Wars fans.
Yeah,
in that case.
I'm joking. We love you, George Lucas. We love you.
Of course.
Of course, we love George Lucas. And also,
doesn't change the fact that you still have some explaining to do.
And obviously, one of the Imperial officers in that scene is Jeremy Bulloch, the original actor who played Boba Fett in the original trilogy. And I do have a signed picture from him because he doesn't live far from where I live. So, Boba Fett.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he lives about 15, 20 minutes away from where I live. So, but a friend of mine knows him. Like, he does a lot of work for him. He's a plumber. And he said that.
Really?
He said that if he's ever doing any work again, he said he's going to let me know. I'm going to take my camera around and I'm going to hopefully interview him and have a chat with Jeremy Bulloch. So that would be fun if that does happen in the future.
You should try and arrange like an interview on your channel. That would be great.
That would be fantastic. And talking about that picture, I'm going to quickly get it. Oh.
I mean, think about it. That would be incredible if you get the actor who played Boba Fett to an interview on your channel.
That'd be fantastic. And obviously, as I mentioned, a friend of mine, he's a plumber, so he does do work for him. And obviously, I have reviewed this to Jack, Be Cool, Jeremy Bullock, Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice.
Most impressive.
Impressive. Most impressive.
I'm going to take a quick look at the comments to see if there's anything happening.
Nothing new.
Nothing new. Okay, then we'll move on to the final parts of The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, we finally get to the duel we've been waiting for.
That we have been waiting for. Luke makes his way, obviously, to Vader, and we see the fight. It's a little bit slow, but obviously it gets better. Talking of the duel, what do you think of the duel, Alan? Let's start with that first. What do you think of the duel between Vader and Luke Skywalker?
It was a good duel. I was actually thinking of making a parody of that in Lego stop motion, but I'm kind of lazy these days. I've had a little tragedy yesterday where I basically lost half of my computer.
I noticed that you wrote it on your description in one of your videos.
And yeah, and also my Twitter. Yeah, I mean, I would tweet it about it on Twitter.
So what happens? Please, what happens, mate? Because like I said, I noticed something happened to you because I noticed you restarted your laptop.
Yeah, it's there was the software update, and I launched it, but it was taking too long, and I wanted to go to sleep. And like a dumbass, I decided, okay, let's just restart the computer. No, you don't do that, because you know what? If you do that, you know what happens? Your computer just does not work, and you need to restore it. Go to the Apple Store, to the Genius Bar, and tell them, yeah, I had this problem with my computer. It won't start again. Yeah, well, you need to restore it because your computer as it was is kaput. Well, I restored everything. I mean, the only things that didn't make it, some of the most important stuff, like visual and sound effects, the movies that I downloaded, some of the videos that I made, including the unfinished and finished versions of The Dark Alonn Rises and The Joke to Die For. Yeah, those didn't make it, unfortunately, but that's fine because I mean I still have the shots, I still have the lines, and of course the videos are already on YouTube, so I can just re-download them if I want.
That's some good news. As long as you can download, that is some good news.
Yeah, and but aside from that, everything else is saved. It's back on my computer thanks to iCloud, and I have another backup on my external hard drive. So just for the important parts that matter.
As long as it's
really,
that's the main thing. You mentioned something about Twitter. What happened with Twitter?
I just told what happened on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Obviously, I did see that. Yeah. Okay. Long as you restored and you got the main parts back, that's all that matters, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, hope that's all right for Alan. Going back to the duel, like I mentioned, it was slow, but it got better. There was some obviously good shots as well. So obviously Luke falling down the carbon freezing. Vader says all too easy, uses the Force, and obviously it goes up, but Luke obviously up top, impressive, most impressive. He sprays something in Vader's face, and obviously stuff happens after. We see Lando covers in help Leia and Chewie. Chewie strangles Lando. And then they eventually go off to Boba Fett, who eventually escapes, and the stormtroopers start firing. As I mentioned, impressive, most impressive. Obi-Wan has taught you well. R2 helps Lando, Chewie, 3PO, and Leia get to the Falcon. So we see more, after we see that, we see more fighting between Vader and Luke. He uses the Force and he goes out of this window. And poor Luke's hanging on for dear life. We see more fighting and everything. And eventually we see Vader cut off Luke's right arm. And obviously he says the same in the most an iconic quote about join me, we can stop the Emperor, we can end the destructive conflict and rule the galaxy. I'll never join you if you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you about your father. He told me you killed him. No, I'm your father. Luke goes,
Dum dum dum.
dum dum dum. The biggest plot twist in cinema history.
Yes.
We mentioned that earlier on. We recreated it, so if you want to see that, go back and everything. And then Luke screams with anger and eventually falls and escapes into the atmosphere of Bespin. And then he's hanging on for dear life with no...
I mean, Darth Vader could have easily just used the Force and lift him up again, but, I mean,
Vader
he could capture him if he wanted.
Once Luke went, Vader was like, oh, fuck it. Fuck it, leave him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, his task was to capture him. He could have captured him. Why didn't he capture him? You have some explaining to do, George Lucas.
The thing is, if he did capture him, what would happen? Like, you got these Star Wars theory channels online. What would happen if Luke was captured by Vader and then brought to the Emperor?
I'm gonna see if there's a video for that.
Yes.
What if Darth Vader?
While you're going to do that, I'm just going to quickly get a drink.
Luke in Empire Strikes Back. Okay, so there's what if Luke joined Vader? That's not the video I'm looking for. Why didn't Obi-Wan help Luke? No. Luke confronts Vader. What if Darth Vader killed Luke on the Death Star? What Vader felt when Luke refused to join him? Jumped to his death. How Luke found out Anakin became Darth Vader. What if Anakin Skywalker trained Luke and Leia? There's no real theory of that scenario, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, should make that. But if we, I'm gonna go ahead and skip a bit forward when he falls, and he calls out Leia, and she hears him, and they rescue him.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, so they rescue him. She helps him to the to an area in the Falcon where he can lay down, and
we see Lando come up to help him.
Yeah, but when she helped him to that bed, she kissed him. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I noticed that. What it's saying with when Luke has been rescued, like we see Leia kiss Luke on the lips, and we're thinking, oh.
Yeah, but
also
now I'm talking about toward the end when after he got his hand cut off.
Yeah.
She kissed him in the Falcon.
Yeah, was it on
after it was already established that she loves Han Solo?
Yeah.
You have some explaining to do, George Lucas.
Yeah, some explaining to do. Was it? I can't remember. Was it on the lips or was it on the cheek?
On the lips.
Oh. Leia loves men. Leia's got a very interesting taste in men. I don't know, who knows? Maybe she's just close to both of them, obviously. When we see, obviously, Leia kiss Luke on the mouth, near the start of the film. When we rewatch it, we're like, oh, brother and sister. You got something. You got some explaining to do, George Lucas. Oh wait, does he? Who knows? So yeah.
Nah, for this scenario,
I'll just back it about.
Yeah, I mean, for the beginning, he doesn't have any explaining to do because nobody knew back then that they were twins. But
knew
for the last part in the movie when she kissed him, that's got explaining to do because she already kissed Han Solo and established that she loved him.
Wow.
Damn it, George.
Damn it, George.
I feel like that asshole from CinemaSins.
So as you mentioned, obviously, Luke falls into the best man atmosphere. He's rescued, and obviously Leia senses. He's escaped. He's rescued. The Empire deactivated the hyperdrive on the Millennium Falcon. During space, we see him getting chased. Vader talks to Luke, telling him to join, and Luke's thinking, Obi-Wan, why didn't you tell me? Like, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you have some explaining to do.
Yeah.
So Obi-Wan obviously has to explain, but we see that in Return of the Jedi. I mentioned about Anakin being his former pupil. And obviously with the brother and sister, Luke and Leia, we also see how that is established in Return of the Jedi. And eventually we do see, where was I? Eventually we do see the Falcon go into hyperspace. We see Vader obviously looking into space. And we're just thinking like all the Imperial staff on the ship are going, oh, Vader's pissed. Vader's so pissed off. Is he annoyed? Like he just has a casual walk, but you see the fear in some of the Imperial officers. Like they're just looking at him. They're like that, thinking, is he really annoyed? Is Vader pissed? I don't know. You just see Vader walk off, and that's his final appearance in the film. Basically, everyone is looking to the And then we get to the final scene of the film. We see, obviously, Luke gets his new arm. We see Lando Calrissian and Chewbacca on the Millennium Falcon. And obviously, they mentioned this in the Family Guy version of Empire.
Yeah, Lando is wearing Han Solo's clothes.
Is Lando wearing Han Solo's clothes?
He is.
He is. Obviously, a lot of people go, it's really strange that he's wearing his clothes. Maybe Lando and Han just have a perfect fit. Chewie makes us laugh, because obviously, and obviously they've established they will meet each other on Tatooine to eventually rescue Han Solo.
Yeah.
And then we get to the final lovely scene of the film where we see Luke, Leia, and C-3PO
and R2-D2.
And R2-D2 look on to where we see the Falcon eventually fly off. And going back to the Family Guy one, it did make me laugh when Cleveland played R2-D2. It's like at the end it says, "Someday I'm going to buy my mum a place here someday." And then you see the end of Back to the Future 2 as part of something Dark Side. But like I just mentioned, we see Luke, Leia, R2 and 3PO look on, the Falcon escapes, and the music's great, and then the film finishes.
Something, dark side. Something complete.
The Emperor. The wonderful. So, so we have just gone over the events of Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. We quoted a little bit from Big Bang Theory, Family Guy, and what's that other great show?
Robot Chicken.
Robot Chicken, that's it. Robot Chicken. Before we move on to another part, any weaknesses on the film? Alan, do you have any weaknesses on Empire?
Aside from the continuity issues,
the kissing.
No. The movie itself was great. I really enjoyed rewatching it. It felt again the Empire the story felt more real, because the threat was more real. it didn't feel generic and cliche like A New Hope.
Yeah.
And I like that. And I need to rewatch Return of the Jedi again. I really look forward to rewatching Return of the Jedi to see to what I think about it now.
Yeah. Okay, nice one. Weaknesses from me. Obviously, going back to what you said, although you could say some of the kissing in a way, obviously, where we see Leia established that she's in love with Han Solo, we see her kiss Luke, so that could be a question in a way. Mr. Lucas, do you have some explaining to do?
Yeah.
But overall, fantastic film. Like I said before, my favourite original trilogy films. It's in between Empire and A New Hope. But I think Empire just scrapes it in a way. It's so difficult.
Really, for me, it would actually be between Empire and Return of the Jedi. I really enjoyed Return of the Jedi when I first watched it.
Well, obviously, I've given it a lot of credit, but I do like Return of the Jedi as well. That is one of my favourites as well. It's kind of hard to pick a favourite.
Yeah, and also, like, Leia, we see it in the beginning of the movie. Leia does not want anything to do with Han Solo. I mean, at least it looks like it. Then at the end of the film, they kiss, and she's like, "I love you," and he's like, "I know." So what the fuck?
And eventually have children. Ben Solo.
Yeah, but that's a whole other thing. Like in the beginning of the movie, she had that face which like you think she can't stand him. She wants him to go, but at the same time she doesn't want him to go. But damn it, woman!
Damn it!
Yeah.
Do you have any Star Wars figures from The Empire Strikes Back you want to show?
I do not, but I have this Lego set from Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
One of the more iconic scenes, and this is the carbonite freezing chamber from Bespin. You get the operating dude. I don't know what species it is. Do you know?
I think it's the do you know the pigs from Star Wars?
Yeah.
The opening of season 3. They're like pigs.
Yeah. There's a hair on Boba Fett, and there's Boba Fett right here. And there's Han Solo right here.
Is he stuck? Or is that just
he's stuck in there, and there's a lever right here. When you pull it, it goes down. Then you twist it,
so cool.
And you push it back up again, and he's in carbonite.
That is so cool. Also, you could have other characters then. Have Vader, Leia, Chewie, some more stormtroopers, and possibly Lando Calrissian.
But those are the only figures that came with the set. And something that I noticed about this set after rewatching Empire Strikes Back is that the placement of the stairs is inaccurate, because there are no stairs that go down. They go up the stairs that are in this room. They're supposed to be going like this, and then right here is where Vader stands and waits Luke.
Yeah.
But there are no stairs that go down.
Oh, that is a really nice set. And also, if
it is.
Also, if you've got other figures, maybe a couple more stormtroopers, Luke, Leia.
Oh yeah, I do have one more figure that came in a set that I've disassembled, and the other figures from that set. I mean, I have another figure that's right there, but I'm too lazy to go and pick it up. But my favorite figure from my favorite Lego figure from Empire Strikes Back. You'd think I would say it's Boba Fett, but actually it's the AT-AT driver.
Nice. I have him from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I really like this one. This was my first Imperial trooper. believe it or not. And I really like the helmet design and the detail and everything. His head is blank black, but that's not really an issue because you don't really have to remove his helmet. But yeah, I just really love this helmet piece.
Yeah.
And the design and everything. So that's my favorite Lego Star Wars Empire Strikes Back figure.
Nice. And obviously you got your Stormtrooper behind you. He's looking cool as ever.
Yes.
Stanley.
And
is it Stanley?
by the way, I have something special for the stream.
Yeah, go for it, mate. Go for it.
So if you live in France and you go shopping at your local Leclerc supermarket, you'd get those little micro pops, like those little sticky stuff in shape of Star Wars characters. I have Finn right here, and I have some more. There's Jar Jar, and there's the Wampa, and Yoda, and Vader, and Stormtrooper, and there's a Snowtrooper right here. But I have plenty more, and I have actually 30 more in their packages right here. And what I thought is it would be nice to kind of open 10 of those right now, and then open another 10 during the Return of the Jedi stream, and then the last 10 I will open when we do the Last Jedi stream over at my channel. So before I go to that, I'm just gonna let my cat out because my door's closed and she wants to get out. So it is.
Okay. Also, going on about Empire Strikes Back, like I did with episode 1 to 4 on Conversations, I will briefly show you my Star Wars Empire Strikes Back figures. But if you want to see them in more detail, either look at collection updates or go to the episode 5, the Empire Strikes Back figure shelf. So I'll quickly briefly show you what characters I've got, and then I'll quickly let Alan show you his Last Jedi stuff. Yeah, basically Last Jedi stuff that he's taken away. So obviously, due to the lighting, you can just about see my Empire Strikes Back figures. It's a small section here. It's not the greatest selection of figures, but it is what it is. But like I said, if you want to see more of these in detail, look at a collection update or watch the episode 5 Empire Strikes Back figure shelf. So that's a quick brief look at the figures. I'll just get maybe a couple awesome stuff. I'll just get a couple down just to show you them up close.
Also, I really like your t-shirt.
Thank you. I got this in my obviously local supermarket. It's obviously that. It's got C-3PO2, Boba Fett, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker and his X-Wing pilot, Stormtrooper, Chewie, Vader, Obi-Wan and Yoda. So a really nice t-shirt there.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Adam.
You're welcome.
So yeah, it's just mainly stuff really. We've got Luke on his Dagobah training gear with his lightsaber. That's very cool.
Oh, that's a very nice figure.
Very nice.
Is it from the Legacy collection?
It's from the Black Series, would you believe?
Oh, from the Black Series, okay.
Yeah.
But I think is it a repack of a figure, or is it was it made for the Black Series originally? Did it come out originally in the Black Series?
Yeah, that came out in the Black Series, but I believe they made versions in the Legacy collection and the Vintage collection as well. So you've got Luke Skywalker and Hoth in his outfit. It's got some scratch marks where he got attacked by the Wampa. And that comes with obviously another unlit lightsaber, his lightsaber, and his blaster pistol.
By the way, when is the Vintage collection coming back?
It's coming out 2018, so obviously it'll be next year, but I'm not entirely too sure on the date. So
yeah, okay.
I will check that out hopefully in a minute.
Okay.
I'll give you a look at. Actually, no. There are two figures I'll give you a look at. Like I said, if you want to see them in more detail, check out the Not a New Hope, sorry. Check out the
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back figure shelf, or be sure to check out a collection update. So, got some great figures there, and just had a reshuffle of stuff. So, obviously, got some new products from Last Jedi, Rebels, and Rogue One. But that's for another time. So, that's just all my stuff. So, Alan, take it away, my friend.
All right, so I'm gonna pull out 10 of these. So here's the little bag they come in. Obviously, you have the design for the packagings for every Star Wars product these days. You get Finn, Rey, and Poe on the design, and there's the Star Wars logo. You have the Leclerc and Micropubs logo there, and the Disney logo. And yeah, so number one, I'm gonna open one now. Here we go. Okay, so it's an Imperial officer, but that's the one that triggers the Death Star.
Ah, nice one.
I believe, yeah. So okay. Number two. Oh wow, nice one.
What did you get?
This is Ghost Yoda.
Nice.
Or hologram logo.
Nice
Hologram Yoda.
That's nice one.
Yeah, I prefer to take it as Ghost Yoda.
Yeah, full size Yoda.
I wonder if I like put my iPhone flashlight. If I put it on and Yoda above it, you can see little Yoda.
That's really cool.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Awesome.
All right, so we got Ghost Yoda right here. Number three. Let's open him up. We get another Finn. Oh, great. Another Finn. Nice. I'll add him to my Finn collection. Okay, number four now. Admiral Akbar.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Or, as we mentioned in the stream, Leia said it.
Yeah. Number five. Another Imperial Stormtrooper. You can never have enough of those.
Well, Alan, Stanley's friends.
Yeah. Stanley has more Stormtroopers to command now. Okay, so that was number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6. Oh, we have Ghost Ben Kenobi now.
Oh, nice one.
Not very nice.
Awesome.
I'll add him to my Ghost Jedi collection. Number 7. Oh no, another one of these. Another Death Star officer. Who cares about those? Should have stayed dead. Number 8. Kylo Ren.
Oh. Is he on? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, he's got the hood on and the mask on. That's very nice. One of my favorites so far. Number 9. Another Ghost Ben.
Aha.
That's enough now with the ghost. Okay, give me like an interesting one.
What about Ghost Anakin or Han Solo or Obi-Wan again? Old Ben.
And number 10, drum roll, please. It's Rey in her Jakku outfit and her goggles on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Very nice. So I'll do a quick recap of the ones that I have so far in the collection.
Be back in
Just a minute. So there's the Imperial Snowtrooper. There's the Separatist battle droid. Then we get Jar Jar, the Wampa.
Sorry about that. Just had to quickly check something.
Yoda. 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 Then we have a couple of... We actually have 3 Stormtroopers now. 3 Stormtroopers right there. Then we get a couple of Finns. We get a couple of Death Star officers. We have Ghost Yoda and Ghost Ben Kenobi twice. I really like those transparent blue figures. I think Ghost Yoda is my favorite one. Then we get Lord Vader, along with his grandson Kylo Ren.
Nice.
What kind of name is Kylo?
Or Ben.
It's like he's trying to cover up for. Nah, I'm not gonna go along with that joke. It's too far. But yeah. What kind of name is Kylo? Then we have It's a Trap guy. And last but not least, we have Rey from the beginning of The Force Awakens.
Nice one.
And that's it for this section, this segment of the stream. Hopefully you guys will be watching next time when I open 10 more of these.
Nice one. So you've seen Alan's part, what he wanted to do. You've seen my part. Is there anything you'd like to add, Alan? Anything else to say?
No, I don't have much to say. But I'm looking forward to rewatching Return of the Jedi, and if you want me to join that stream, I'll be glad to join.
You're more than welcome to join. More than welcome to join. So, Return of the Jedi will be a great stream as well. Same again, strengths and weaknesses of the film. We'll show stuff, obviously that Alan's shown in this stream, and we'll show stuff from my collection and some other bits. So before we eventually end the stream, just gonna check if there's any comments.
I'm ready to bet that there's no comments. There's no comments.
There's no comments. Okay.
Damn.
There's no comments. Okay. So there's nothing else to add. So I'd just like to say a massive thank you to Alan for joining me on the Star Wars Conversations live streams.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for being a great host.
Thank you very much. And so yeah, this has been the Star Wars Episode 5, or Star Wars Conversations Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we will be back very soon with Star Wars Conversations Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. And before we sign out, Alan, where can people find you on social media?
So you can find me on my YouTube channel, Darth Akoko Productions. We are 1 subscriber away from 1,100 subscribers. So that would be a nice number to round up. Then you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DarthAkoko9099, and you can follow me on Facebook at Darth Akoko. I began to be a bit more active on there, just basically reposting my the videos I made this month. So nothing too special. But Jack, where can people find you?
Obviously, streaming tonight and streaming hopefully in the future. You can find me on here as Jedi Master 98. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and also be sure to hit that subscribe button for Darth Akoko Productions. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter as Jedi Master 98, and you can also follow me on Instagram as JackBarrett1998. Pictures, and if you want to say hi, just say hello. So yet again, thank you very much to my guest Alonn. Be sure to check his channel out. The link and everything about me and him are in the descriptions, and we'll be back very soon for Return of the Jedi. So yet again, thank you very much to all the people contributing in the chat, watching, and thank you to my guest yet again. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching this stream, and we will see you on the next one. So until next time, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. May the Force be with you. See you soon, guys. Peace.
May the Force be with you. Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.